You're on the ramp. Meet John Evans. John is a sophomore here at Manhattan College and has suffered from blindness since he was 5 years old. On a campus filled with stairs, he often has trouble getting around and relies mostly on the help of other students to help him in and out of buildings. All right, you're done with the ramp, and then you want to walk to that center entrance of Miguel? According to figures from the U.S. Department of Education in 2008, approximately 11.9% of all college students suffered from some sort of disability. Nope, just a little bit more. Of course, unlike most students who suffer from learning disabilities such as dyslexia or ADHD, there you go. Evans' condition requires much more attention and special care.
Oh, there you go. Familiar ramp. There we go. Awesome.
I met John just during a orientation. He came in with his dad late in the day and kind of just surprised me. I had no reason to believe that the student who was blind was coming to the college, but admissions had given him my location and name, and he came, and as anyone who knows John, was lovely.
For me, Manhattan College was an interesting pick. I would say in many ways Manhattan College chose me. I looked at many schools. I almost got into Harvard, it didn't work out. I looked at other campuses. But to be frankly honest, I came down to 3 or 4 options. One was Sacred Heart, that was nice. I looked at SUNY Purchase. I mean, that was fun, and I'm very artsy, but I was going there, I was like, you know, maybe I should look at some other places as well. I get to Manhattan College, right? And instantly, what was interesting about it is I was invited for some award ceremony, I forget what it was for, even before I was accepted. And I get there, and immediately they have someone there, I believe her name was Caitlin, I forget. And she just runs up to me, a complete stranger, wraps her arms around me, takes my hand, and says, hey, let's show you about. And it wasn't done in this corny, over-the-top way. It wasn't done in a way which made me think, oh my gosh, this place is, geez. It was done in a manner which expressed the utmost of sincerity. And everybody was so sincerely kind and so sincerely nice.
Evans often gets help from his friends and Good Samaritans that see him on campus, but gets most of his support from the Center for Specialized Resources. The center, which is run by Ann Vaccaro, aids students with a wide range of disabilities. They provide alternate testing rooms and extra time for students with the necessary documentation, and in the case of Evans, translate all of his school materials to a format that can be read to him by a special software on his computer.
The screen will change, so let me just remove the headphones. As I raise the volume here, or read to me, for example, like desktop, we'll say that aloud.
Oh, okay.
It's not that loud. It's like Stephen Hawking-like voice, you know.
Well, the first thing a student needs to do is provide proper documentation, which would include a diagnosis, how their diagnosis affects them academically, and what the recommendations are. And depending on what the disability is, would depend on what the documentation would look like.
Well, I have dyslexia. It affects a lot of my reading because things don't always look the right, and it affects my writing. I won't notice it to me, but someone else could look at my writing. Maybe I'll swap my D's and my B's, and it comes into problems at certain parts. My rights and lefts, you'll catch me like when you say right or left, I'll be like stall for 5 seconds or something and be like, look both hands and not know which way.
Robbins suffers from dyslexia, one of the most common learning disabilities among college students.
If, like I said before, I have to get tests read to me or else I could redo something 50 billion times, not understand it a bit.
It's never that simple. Usually I just have to go in assuming a worst case scenario because, you know, if I assume that everybody's just going to come over, I'd probably fall down a well a couple of years ago. But the thing is, you know, wherever I go, I'm astonished by how many people take time out of their day just to extend a hand.